Welcome to Deep Field Lab Chapter 2, Skin. Right now, your skin is doing some of the most underrated work in your entire body. It's keeping you waterproof. It's fighting off mites that live on your face. And somehow, the part of you that gives you a suntan or doesn't is only 1 millimeter thick. Here are 8 things about your skin that will probably weird you out. Let's go. Right now, your skin is doing something incredible. It's keeping about 2 square meters of you sealed from the outside world, blocking bacteria, viruses, UV radiation, and every drop of water on Earth from getting inside. It weighs up to 15 pounds, making it your largest organ by far. Every single minute, 25,000 dead skin flakes are falling off your body. Over 1 million pieces every hour. In a year, you'll shed about a pound of dust. And most of that dust in your house? That's you. Your skin is a self-repairing force field, and you never even think about it. There are tiny 8-legged creatures living on your face right now. They're called Demodex mites, and nearly every adult on Earth has them. They're about 1/3 of a millimeter long. And they spend their days burrowed headfirst in the follicles around your nose, forehead, and eyelashes, feeding on your oils. And at night, they come out to mate. On your face. But here's what's really strange. They've lived with us for so long that scientists can now use their DNA to trace the migration of our ancestors from hundreds of thousands of years ago. Your face might carry a map of human history.
Here's something bizarre. Your skin has no wetness receptors. Oh, one. You literally cannot feel wet. What you actually feel is a combination of temperature and pressure. That is why when you sit on a cold bench, you sometimes cannot tell if it is wet or just cold. Your brain is guessing. And that is not even the weirdest part. Your skin can detect the difference between a single hair being touched in a firm press, but it has no idea whether you are sitting in water. Your body is largest. Organ is flying blind on one of the most common sensations in the world. Humans are among the sweatiest creatures on the planet, and that is not an insult. It is a superpower. You have between 2 and 5 million sweat glands spread across nearly every inch of skin. Most mammals can only cool down by panting, which means they have to stop running. But humans, we sweat while we run. Our ancestors used this to literally chase animals to death. A technique called persistence hunting. You just keep jogging until your prey collapses from overheating. And here's the payoff. This same cooling system made it possible for our brains to grow larger than any other primates. Your sweat built your intelligence.
During a dissection at the University of Nottingham, surgeon Ben Oliver peeled back a sliver of skin about 1 millimeter thick. He held it up and said, "That is where all your skin color is. That's all that race is, a sliver of epidermis." Every human has roughly the same number of melanocytes, the cells that produce melanin. The only difference is how much melanin they make. And that difference? It evolved as a trade-off. Near the equator, darker skin protects folate, which is critical for healthy pregnancies. Farther from the equator, lighter skin helps absorb the weaker sunlight needed to make vitamin D. Skin color is a reaction to sunlight. That's it. Scientists once swabbed the belly buttons of 60 volunteers. What they found was staggering: 2,368 species of bacteria, and 1,458 of those species were completely unknown to science. That's about 24 new-to-science microbes per belly button. One man who hadn't been to Japan in years was growing bacteria that had previously only been found in Japanese soil. Nobody could explain why. Your skin isn't just a barrier, it's an ecosystem. Right now, you're walking around covered in a living community of organisms so diverse that science hasn't even finished cataloging them. When you get cold or scared, tiny muscles in your skin contract and pull your hair follicles upright. That's goosebumps. The muscle is called the erector pili, and in our ancestors, who were covered in thick fur, this was brilliant. Puffed up fur traps warm air against the skin. It also made them look bigger to predators. But here's the thing, humans lost most of their thick body hair. You still have about 5 million follicles, roughly the same number as a chimpanzee, but your hair is so fine it's basically invisible. So when your body fires up the goosebump response, nothing useful happens. It's a signal from your evolutionary past, and your body still hasn't gotten the memo. Koalas have fingerprints that are nearly identical to human fingerprints. So similar, in fact, that even forensic experts have had difficulty telling them apart under a microscope. Nobody knows why koalas evolved them, they don't handle tools, and they mostly sleep 22 hours a day. And here's what makes it stranger, scientists still aren't entirely sure why humans have fingerprints either. The most popular theory is grip, like the treads on a tire. But that's never been proven. So both species have these incredibly intricate, unique patterns on their fingertips, and we still can't fully explain either one. That's skin. Next chapter, the 37 trillion organisms living inside you. Subscribe so you don't miss it.